Hey, what's going on people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video we'll be going over all the new legendary shields added as either an addition to Arms Race or with the launch of DLC 6. These are comfortably the best shields in the game as it stands. You can't go wrong with any of them, but I will be ordering them from what I feel is worst to best, but again, there's no wrong choice here. It's like a multiple choice test where all the answers are correct. I'll be letting you know what each shield does, who they're best on, where you can get it, and give you tips on using them to make your damage soar. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, and if you want to make me feel better and maybe you too, then subscribing will do at least one of those things, and let's crack into it. We start with the Infernal Wish, a new Arms Race legendary that can drop anywhere there, but does have an increased chance to drop from this chest. Unlike the other new shields, the Infernal Wish is one that doesn't discriminate and can be used equally well by all Vault Hunters without the need for a special anointment. That's something most mains will be happy to hear. Its unique effect causes an extra projectile to be added to each shot you fire whenever there is at least something in the tank. As long as your shield isn't depleted, you'll be firing 2 for 1, perfect for high damage single shot weapons like the Backburner, which makes bosses twice as easy to take down. But it'll also double the damage of any single pelleted weapon, which is extremely useful any way you look at it. It does have its limitations in terms of the gear you can use with it though. You won't want to be using it on the light show because turning 4 pellets into 5 just isn't worth it. But on something like the Soul Render, it'll increase its damage by 100% and launch an already amazing gun into the stratosphere. It also has another effect which revolves around infernal stacks, which are some mystical thing kinda like unicorns, which increase your chance of self-combustion depending on the amount of them you have. The more you shoot, the more likely it will happen, causing yourself to be set on fire, which when combined with an elemental projector artifact and a single pelleted incendiary weapon, can make for a pretty sweet combination. Moving on now to the Revolter, a shield that belongs in the director's cut and has an increased chance to drop from Sumo and Eschaton Row, but I believe can also drop elsewhere in the DLC. The Revolter is a shield that supercharges you, charging you with volts of electricity whenever it's depleted. It lasts for 15 seconds, and for those 15 seconds each of your shots will be infused with shock damage, frying the circuits of anyone you shoot at. The extra damage it provides is high, it's massive, about 150% on top of the original shot, which is just insane. It's practically like having your very own URAD anointment, but instead it's U-Shock, and you don't even need to sacrifice any health. That's pretty crazy to think about, and it makes shields even less of a problem. It does require the shield to be broken for it to activate, leaving you a little vulnerable, but consider that your secret weapon. Whenever you're close to death, you only get stronger. You want that effect as often as you can, which means a low capacity one with a high recharge rate and low recharge delay is best, but better yet, if you're Zane, Flak, or even Amara, getting one with the action skill start anointment will give you the best of both worlds, a full shield and a massive damage boost. Triggering your action skill will trigger the shield's built-in anointment, which is 3 times as strong as you'd get normally with an action skill end one, and lasts for 50% longer. That's definitely where this shield is best, and it will have you causing shocking amounts of damage against both a pack of mobs and even bosses. Here we are, we have arrived, and what is that silhouette in the distance? It's the Super Soldier, a crazy good shield that can only be obtained through the Fallen Hero Vault card, which we got alongside DLC 6. Either open up a Vault chest and get lucky, or spend 5 Vault keys to purchase it directly, but you will have to spend another 5 to get it anointed. It provides 3 huge buffs that are always active as long as the shield is full, while also granting you 5 seconds of immunity through a protective shield after fully recharging. It's the stopgaps effect in reverse, but it doesn't stop there. Those 3 buffs include doubling your fire rate, increasing your movement speed 2-fold, and providing you with passive ammo regeneration. That passive regen is great, increasing based on the total amount of ammo your magazine can hold, and takes considerable downtime out of ammo hungry weapons. You may be wondering, where is the damage? Well, this shield is a prime example that damage can come from other things. The ammo regeneration combined with the massive fire rate increase helps your DPS to climb to towering heights. And that's not to mention the movement speed boost, which on Zane and Amara can raise their damage even further. What you definitely want on this shield though, more than the others, is an action skill start anointment, because it can be hard to maintain full shields. But if your build can't utilize it, then having a high recharge rate and low recharge delay is the next best thing. Being able to activate its effects constantly though on a Cannon Zane or Rack Attack Flak turns you into a living legend, the guy who landed the plane on the Hudson, or the guy who played him in the movie. You'll be immortal and have the power to go with it. It is even possible to stack its buffs if you're Moze and are spec'd into Phalanx Doctrine, which is a little bit ridiculous and will crash your game if you stack too much, but hey, it's another thing you can do. Either way though, the Super Soldier is amazing and it's the perfect aid when on a mobbing run or when that boss music starts playing. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, learned about all the new shields and how you can use them to dish out some heavy damage. And like I said before, you can't go wrong with any of them. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.